You open your eyes. Before your feet touch the floor, your hand is already moving. It finds the screen. You look. Why did you do that? Nobody called. No bell rang. But your hand moved on its own, as if it knows its way in the dark better than your mind does. This is not a failure of willpower, but the real answer is far stranger than that. 100,000 years ago, your brain was scanning the horizon for a ripe fruit, a strange footprint, a shift in the wind. Survival depended on noticing every small change around you. Today, there is no horizon. There is only a small glass rectangle running the exact same ancient machinery. So why does every attempt to just put the phone down fail? In the middle of the 20th century, psychologist B.F. Skinner placed pigeons in boxes with a lever that released food. A pigeon that got food every single press stopped pressing once the food stopped coming. But a pigeon that got food only sometimes, unpredictably, kept pressing without end, even after the food stopped completely. Skinner called this a variable reinforcement schedule. An unpredictable reward is far more powerful than a guaranteed one. Now look at your screen. Every time you swipe down, do you know what will appear? You don't. And that is exactly why you keep swiping. Neuroscientist Berridge spent decades studying the difference between wanting and liking. He found that dopamine isn't tied to pleasure itself. It's tied to anticipation, to the moment right before you get the thing. Your brain rewards you the instant your hand reaches for the phone before you've seen anything at all. Doesn't that explain why you keep checking even when you already know there's nothing new? Think about your ancestors. When one of them heard leaves rustling behind him, his body moved first and thought later. That fast, anticipation-driven system kept your ancestors alive for thousands of generations. Today, the same system makes you check a phantom notification every few minutes. The brain hasn't changed, only the world around it has. In 2017, researcher Robert Sapolsky at Oxford studied thousands of teenagers and found that phone use itself wasn't linked to lower well-being. Compulsive, unconscious checking was. The problem isn't that you use your phone, it's that you don't choose when. It chooses your moment for you. Every app you use today was built by teams studying exactly what Skinner studied, tuning colors, sounds, and timing to hold your attention as long as possible. You're not just fighting weak willpower. You're fighting an industry built on the instincts that kept your ancestors alive. And yet the instinct itself isn't a flaw. The same curiosity pulling you toward the app pushed your ancestors to cross oceans and explore the unknown. The problem is that the instinct now points at something with no ending. The old horizon had limits. Sunset ended the search. Your screen never sets. So what if the answer isn't resisting the urge, but giving it a clear edge? Some behavioral researchers point out that hard limits, not willpower, are what actually work against variable reward systems. Skinner's pigeon didn't stop through willpower. It stopped only when the lever was removed entirely. Look at your hand right now. Do you feel that faint pull, asking you to look, telling you nothing specific? That pull is not you. It's an old echo from a time when constant attention was survival. But there is one difference between you and that pigeon. You now know why you do this. That knowledge won't remove the urge, but it gives you something your ancestors never had. The gap between feeling the urge and acting on it. That tiny gap is the one place you can actually choose instead of just reacting. Tonight, when your hand reaches automatically toward the glowing screen, stop. Notice the motion before it completes. Then open your eyes for real and decide just once to be the one who moves first, not your hand.